All right, welcome to Tough Like RORR 2025. We are here in the coal pit, baby, fired up and ready to go. All the pros are just starting to get lined up. Will Reardon, Cody Webb, Connor Boyd, Ryder LeBlanc, Tristan Hart. Everybody is here and ready for battle. We have one of the toughest courses on the circuit here at Tough Like RORR. Last year, we only had one finisher. That was Cody Webb, the man. He's out here this year on the Yamaha. He seems like he's been improving that bike every single race, so cannot count him out. Cody Webb's gonna be strong here today. We also have our points leader, Ryder LeBlanc. He's got 2 wins this season. He's coming on strong. Can he last the duration here at Tough Like RORR? And then we got our champion who's won this race before, Tristan Hart. All-time savage. He's always ready to fight. He's always there, and he can always make it happen when he needs to most. So he'll be one to keep an eye on. And then, of course, the Australian, Will Reardon. This guy has been hungry and chomping at the bit all year, and he's proven that he has the tools needed to get the job done. He just needs to do it. Still on the hunt for his first win. Let's see if he can do it here today at Tough Like RORR. There's a massive purse on the line, a big giant course with a lot of really technical obstacles. We've been getting rain for a few weeks, so it's gonna be moist out there. I'll keep you guys posted and we'll see how this thing shakes out. Let's get it. They're off. Tristan Hart into a lead. Will Reardon and Cody Webb and Ryder LeBlanc all right together here off the start. This is what we wanted. What a battle this will be. Ooh, Connor Boy gets a bad start. One thing to remember, first tracks out here. All right, here comes Tristan Hart up Wasteland. Tristan Hart, Cody Webb, Will Reardon. They're all right on each other right now. Nobody's in a huge rush because they know they got a big day ahead of them. Ryder LeBlanc is going to want to be at the front. First tracks on these really difficult sections are the easiest. Go, Danny. Thorn Devlin, the local Tamako boy. Here comes Tristan Hart into the wall. Cody Webb not far behind. Will Reardon. Ryder Guest in the top 5. Where's Ryder LeBlanc? Ryder falling back a little bit. Ryder LeBlanc cruising through the wall. Currently in 5th here towards the beginning of the first lap. Gerston Hart's got Cody Webb right on him. And Will Reardon. Tristan's still out front. Oh, Will Reardon in a second. Part of me wonders if Gerston Hart likes to be out front so he can control the pace. Not let this race get ahead of him too quick. I'm just a media guy, don't worry about me. Ryder Guest still running a solid top 5. This stuff is getting slicker with every rider that goes through. Wow, Ryder LeBlanc moves into the lead from 5th place. And he is through low morale with a lead all of a sudden. Ryder LeBlanc being up front is not always the best because you can't see the wrong lines. Let's see how he does here. So patient and smooth. Gerston Hart is not too far behind. See what Willie does, a little bit more spinning. Cody Webb spins a little bit, but Cody Webbs his way through there. No problem. And you can see the roots in the rocks now exposed underneath the wet leaves. Just 4 riders through, and it's gotten way worse. Cody's kickstarting that thing.
He had to move his goggles back.
Oh. Is he not running an electric start?
Never.
No?
Only Hawaii.
Oh, sounds like you got that bike running pretty good. Ryder and the boys picking their way through these giant rocks in these abandoned coal pits where these big rocks have rolled down into the bottom. Yeah, Josh. There's abandoned coal pits where the rocks have actually rolled down into the bottom of the pit, making a perfect obstacle course for Hard Enduro. Man, these guys are ripping through this coal pit like nothing. We have a lead change a quarter of the way through the first lap here. Tristan Hart is back into the lead. Will Reardon in second. Ryder LeBlanc must have made a mistake. Willie. Ooh, Cody Webb's having a little issue back there. It's so early in the race and these guys are pushing each other to go faster and faster. And here comes Tristan Hart. After Confusion Falls, he's extended his lead. Let's time it. 9:33.05. Takes a quick look back. Dang, I'm not sure what Tristan did to extend his lead this much, but he's gonna have a 30-second lead here. Yeah, RORR. We're here and welcome to the jungle. That sounds like Cody Webb. Yeah, Cody. Will Reardon. Tricky section. Yes, sir. I'm just a media guy. I'm not racing. Cheers, boys. Boy up to 5th. Amazing. Guy has been charging, and Quinn Wetzel here in 6th. Will Reardon through wrong side of heaven. Will Reardon does not want to let this front pack get away. You know he's going to be charging hard in the fast stuff. Gerston nearing one of the final obstacles of lap 1. This guy's on a roll. No drama. Right up, Shaun of the Dead. Now he's gonna go into this ridge line. Here comes Tristan Hart into the finish of the first lap. It's just me, thank you. Alright, Gerston's headed in for his second lap, he's in the lead. Okay, here comes Cody Webb at the beginning of the second lap. We're an hour and 25 minutes into the race, and these guys are absolutely ripping this course. We predicted about an hour and a half for the first lap, so they're already ahead of our predictions, and they're about to head into some heavy stuff in Panama, Nightmare, Stairway. These are big obstacles with high consequences. Will Reardon, third place at the beginning of lap 2. Close behind Cody Webb. tries here. There goes Willie. There's our leader, Tristan Hart, getting through stairway. There's Cody Webb finishing stairway. It's always tough when you're racing and you can see your competitor ahead of you or behind you. It's pressure for Cody and that's motivation for Will. Here comes Ryder LeBlanc. The rocks are getting slicker with every rider that goes through. There it is. Crikey. Ooh.
Help it up.
With every tire that goes through these sections, it just continues to deteriorate and get more and more slick. See these roots and these rocks and this moss. There's just a slimy undercoat underneath this stuff, making it that much harder to get through these already difficult sections. And Quinn Wetzel is in 5th place. Ooh. Coming through Panama. Let's see how he does on these slick rocks. I mean, this stuff, it's hard to walk on this stuff, much less ride it on a motorcycle. The Quinn, foundational trials rider. Let's see if he can get through. Yeah, baby, all of it. Wetzel to get up this rocky section. You're catching Ryder, Quinn. You're catching Ryder. Wow. A little spinning and grinding, but he's getting through it. Quinn Wetzel riding great here today at Tough Like RORR. Currently in top 5 position. Boy currently in 6th position behind Quinn Wetzel. Struggling to find traction through the beginning of Panama here. These giant rocks have this leafy moss growing out of it, along with the fluffy moss as well, mixed in with ferns, lichen, soil, roots, and rocks. And it's just a short section, but it's absolutely treacherous. That Cayenne sounds like it's running hot. Oh no. Boys fan is not working. That is going to be a problem. You can hear his bike pinging, and he's got a long way to go and a lot of grinding to do to keep that bike alive. And here comes Cavello Huddy not far behind. He looks calm. He looks ready for action here. Nice. He did that about as good as you can do it. Catching Boy here at the beginning of Panama. Oh, so strong. Wow. Bello using some old school muscle to get up this section here. Amazing the traction he's getting. That'll do. He's going to continue to catch Boy at this rate, especially with Boy's bike not sounding very good. Things are heating up in Boy's engine. We've got a little battle for 8th here. Ryder Guest with James Flynn right behind him. Ryder Guest using some form of tubeless tire system. Looks like he's getting good traction. Bello using some sort of tubeless tire system. Some guys on all the top guys on Dunlop so far, except for Ryder Guest. Ryder Guest running the flues with the Prolock system. James Flynn looks eager to make a pass if he can. Braxton Hinsey into the picture. James Flynn's gonna try an alternate line.
No, he's not.
He says no, he's not. Braxton Hinsey making his pro debut year, riding so intelligently for a rookie. Oh, James Flynn gets sucked into the same zone. Wow, nice work, Braxton. Now that all the traction on top is gone, these guys are doing some grinding. Braxton Hinsey trying a new line. Ooh, this stuff is getting tough in here. Nice, Braxton. Nice, buddy. Ooh, feel good. Dude, nice work. That was clean, son. Braxton Hinsey doing it the best out of these three. Not a lot of spinning, just patience, throttle control. Rider boy holding these guys up a bit. Clean that thing, Stone. Let's see it, buddy. Oh. This section has officially deteriorated to the point where I would not want to ride it. And these boys are racing it 2 hours in. That stick is brutal. Oh, and look at who we have here. Logan Balapew, an East Coast legend of hot enduro. This guy, so good, never quits, just keeps moving forward, no drama. Such a good trials rider. I'm curious to see how well he rides this section. Yes, Brandon, very nice. Oh, that worked. Logan Balapew just did the cleanest move in this crack zone all day. Wow! Nice, Logan! Such a good, gnarly terrain dirt bike rider, Logan Balapew. Tristan Hart is into Heart Attack, and he is on a mission today, stretching out his lead through Nightmare in Costa Rica, getting through Camel Toe cleanly, and now he's on his way through Heart Attack. All right, Tristan Hart into push push. Dude is riding all time on a complete mission today. Tristan Hart taking no prisoners. Tristan Hart coming down push push with a sizable lead on the rest of the competition. Looking to make a statement here today at Tough Like RORR and regain his points lead.
Where's Cody at?
I'm not sure. Tristan up Uncle Joe's garage, wasting no time riding right up Uncle Joe's garage like it's a Sunday cruise. Cody Webb coming out sir. Coming out of brutal ridgeline with lots of little ups and downs. Is still on the charge, probably 3 to 5 minutes down on Tristan. All right, we got a friendly RORR member shuttling me over to the exit of Brain Damage. The rider's going through another Costa Rica section and then into Brain Damage. He's about to miss it if they don't. All right, we got Tristan Hart on the final lap, final stretch of the final lap, coming into Sad But True. And we have a completely virgin hillside here, filled with rocks and leaves and chuck. And this section is not going to be easy. Now there's no soil on this hillside. It's basically rocks and leaves. And you know what grows underneath the leaves? Water and moisture and moss and slimy stuff. So every time he spins a tire, he's going to be uncovering slippery rocks. He knows he's close to the end. He don't need those goggles anymore. Brutal little slide down. You're gonna have to add a switchback into this hill. Chuck is down. I'm narrating, I'm doing my job. Very little wasted energy, this guy. Just keeps moving forward. Tristan able to find drive in the worst of conditions up this final hill climb.
I was just playing with his head.
Cody who?
I was just yelling so he would get fucking panicked and look backwards and mess up. I know if he hears me yell, "Go Cody!" he's gonna think he's really coming. Like,
Gator's playing the mind game.
Gator on the mind games. He's gonna want to get above this big rock right here, minimum. I think he's gonna ride right up these rocks because they're not gonna move and they're not covered in leaves. I think he'll get traction. So steep. Tristan having to pave the way through these virgin hills for the rest of the riders. Gonna take him some extra time. Might be easier for the next guy once all the rocks are in place. But you could see Tristan needing to be so patient with the throttle and the clutch and the balance on that motorcycle. Really looking at which way is the best way to go here. Not a lot of great options. Up is the only option. Tristan taking the time to build a line for himself so he can get up this hill.
I want to know you.
Yeah.
And then we have a Max here.
I gotta go.
Oh, Max.
Okay, here comes Tristan Hard in the final stretch towards the finish line. He knows he's got it at this point. Tristan not in any big rush here. He has done the job. He just needs to bring it to the finish. This guy has been so impressive here at Tough Like RORR today. Gerston Hart has had some challenges this year with some injuries and the first half of the season he'd like to forget about, but here he is at Tough Like RORR. He got out front early, he rode well all day, stayed out of many major mistakes, got through stuff clean, and here he is, your Tough Like RORR winner. And that's going to give him the points lead in the US Hard Enduro Series.
Gerston Hart.
Righty. Good job, Tristan. That was a close one. Cody Webb has been riding. Cody Webb has been riding well all day, and it sounds like he's gotten his bike preparation to another level, because although he's going to end up second place, he rode really well And Tristan was on a mission today. Unbelievable riding from the veteran Cody Webb, proving that he's got the skills, bike setup, and everything else that it takes to be a podium guy, possible winner here on the East Coast. Cody Webb, an engineer, been working on this Yamaha to get it dialed in. Looks like he's hit the peak of dialing it in here today at Tough Like RORR. He's gonna bring this thing home in second place. What an incredible ride from Cody Webb.
Second place, Cody Webb. What an interview at the end.
That's all we need.
I was over it. How was it, the bike?
It was
Hard to ride?
It was good, yeah, still kind of hard. Yeah, I finished like 20 minutes ago.
Were you trying to fuck with me?
Fuck yeah!
Let's go, Cody!
Dude, he's
10 minutes later, you finally come.
Right, he was like kind of flustered but slow, and I was like, let's go, Cody, get him!
7 minutes on the last.
I should have just ghosted my
It was
bike at
10
you.
more minutes before he showed up!
That last section was hard.
I basically gave everyone else a line because I pushed up the whole thing.
No, he was in that last section where Chase was.
Hell yeah, thank you, bro. Oh no! Will Reardon has a massive one. Right near the end. Not good, mate. Man, Will Reardon rode so well today. He's there early on. Hey, it's right there. Do you want it? It fell off right there. Will Reardon on the Sherco, riding well all day, but just didn't quite have the pace to stick with Tristan and Cody. But he's got to bring this thing home for another podium. Will Reardon is going to bring home the final step of the podium on his Sherco.